MD, please.
Aloha. First, let me say it is extraordinary to be here in Los Angeles with good friends and family. There are people to acknowledge, we are grateful to the Rams team president, GM. You guys have been amazing. This team has embraced us, has embraced Hawaii. And as was said, this is a historic opportunity for us to support the Rams and the Rams to support Hawaii. We have come to the conclusion that a partnership is in order. And through the incredible work of our HTA leadership, we've got Hahnemann, Todd Poe, my Senate and House colleagues here today, we wanted to find a way to thank LA for one huge reason, which if I say nothing else today, it should be this. Mahalo. Mahalo means thanks, and it's thanks from our heart. Our state went through a very, very tragic and tough circumstance in 2023, in August of 23. On August 8th, we had a fire, a terrible wildfire, which devastated a big part of Maui, Lahaina. And we're healing, we're growing, we're returning to a place where we can live again. But the Rams stepped up, and they ran their Malama, which means caring, campaign for us, and brought incredible resources to help us heal. Reestablished the need to travel to Hawaii, to Maui. And we know there are so many people across California that see Hawaii as that place to go, that wonderful, really place to rest from the mainland. But during those tough moments, you guys came through for us. So again, from all the people, from the First Lady Jamie, from my kids, from me, from all of us, again, mahalo for helping us heal. And now we're taking the next step. So what did it make us believe? It made us believe that you were the team, the partner, the market to come to Hawaii. We began just to think, what could it be? Why does Hawaii, without an NFL team, not have someone come from the NFC? I have a little bit of Pittsburgh blood coursing through my veins, so Steeler Nation out there, I'm not selling you out. This is the NFC, but they are awesome, these Rams guys. How do we establish a marketing relationship where people will come from California in greater numbers? How do we support the Rams? How do we support what they've done, which is extraordinary at SoFi? How do we connect Japan, where we've got the LA Dodgers and Shohei and this incredible energy that team brings, in addition to these champion Rams who won a title not very long ago. So we humbly reached out and they agreed to do a minicamp, to start being present on Maui, to be at the Fairmont Kealani, to be an official home of the Rams, and I know their team will talk about that. They gave us resources for something special to us, which is girls flag football. I can't tell you how that affected the young women in our state. We just finished our first season, much because of what you donated and supported us with, and we had 400 local student athletes, young women, thriving on the field. We had one woman who led her team to the state championship, who could throw it 45 yards on a dime. She and Matt Stafford would be in the same moment if we brought that young lady out, I will tell you. And I also just believe that all of that, plus what you did for Lahaina Luna, the high school, the renovation project, it helped us get through our toughest times. So your partnership, the times that you helped us come back off of COVID, again, huge numbers of people from California are committed to Hawaii. I was lieutenant governor during those dark times. It was very difficult for all of us, but for a state that relies on tourism, we had to have you, and you came through for us again. So this is our opportunity to bond with the LA Rams. This is our opportunity to say, you are fantastic, you're the people we trust, and we want to have a positive impact and a generational relationship. So our hope is to have some of our UH games come and play at SoFi. That's part of our commitment. Our hope is to, perhaps where you guys are overwhelmed by the Olympic Games and the World Cup and all that, we wouldn't mind so much we get our stadium done to have the Rams come play a season over in Hawaii. but we certainly will be a welcoming family and park for the foreseeable future, as long as I'm given the honor to be governor. The Rams are going to be in my heart, and our team is going to be there with you. So again, thank you, Kev. It's amazing. Thank you, Senator Hoyt and Representative Tam for coming over, and Mufi and Todd. Thank you for showing this community that we're going to embrace them all the way. So Rams, get yourselves in the Super Bowl, and maybe it'll be Steelers Rams next year in the Super Bowl. But I believe in what you guys are doing here, and you guys have the right values. That's why it's a great match for Hawaii. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, Governor. You know who's going to win that Super Bowl, though. But Governor got to meet Magic Johnson. He got to spend a little time with him. He was sharing some of his photos as he has been spending a few days enjoying Los Angeles. Right now, I'd like to introduce Senator Linda Coit for a few remarks. Senator.
Wow. I'm just going to say aloha.
Aloha.
Thank you, LA. Thank you, LA Rams. I am truly humbled to be here on behalf of the Hawaii State Senate, myself as the Senate Chair for Economic Development and Tourism. My district is portions of Maui, Molokai, Lanai, as well as Ko'olawe. You know, like Governor said earlier, you folks have stepped up to the plate. When the fires occurred, Governor asked me to come in with him in Tulahaina, and it was nothing that I would ever imagine. And the trials, the tribulations that we've gone through, the hardships, you know, you guys were there for Lahaina, as well as the funding that came in, you guys were there for Kula. Let's not forget a country that also had the fires. This partnership that we were bridging with you folks, I love sports. I was always involved with sports way back when, and there's been no team that I know of today like the LA Rams that have stepped up, have truly pushed out aloha. Of course, I just gotta say, Pukanakua, yeah, I was going my jersey, but strict orders here. But I believe that sports has diversified our tourism industry. We have always looked towards tourism, but we haven't diversified where sports brings our kids out, they force them to hold GPA. And when kids want to play, they start to want to learn. And I am so excited about you guys coming. I'm so excited about the support behind the women's flag football. We get some women that actually can play in the NFL. I just gotta say that. They're tough, they're strong. But as long as this relationship goes forward, I just wanna thank you from the bottom of my heart. Again, mahalo to all of you for having us here, and I look forward to seeing you guys all in Maui. Thank you. Mahalo.
Thank you so much, Senator. Right now, I'd like to bring up Representative Adrian Tam for a few words.
Aloha, and thank you so much for having us here today. Before I begin, I just want to take this moment to thank the Los Angeles Rams for all the hard work that they've put in to help us recover from the Lahaina wildfire. As was mentioned, we are still recovering and we're still healing, but we would be in a much more worse place had it not been with the help of Los Angeles Rams as well as California. So thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. As a Waikiki representative, I don't live in Maui, but we definitely have that close, tight-knit community where we all feel the hurt. And I'm excited to welcome the Los Angeles Rams to Hawaii so we can not only foster more economic stimulus and grow our economies, but to grow a fan base for the Los Angeles Rams in Hawaii as well, so that we can continue to have them come visit us when we build our new stadium. This is a win-win for us because not only do I see this as us building a fan base for the LA Rams and stimulating our economy, but we also have an opportunity to inspire kids and adults as well to pursue their wildest dreams of what they want to do in life. So I am just super excited, and I just want to thank all of you for welcoming us today. You have a fantastic facility, by the way. I'm just standing on this grass and I can feel how incredible and how fresh it is right now. All of this turf. So with that, thank you so much, and we look forward to having you in Hawaii, and I look forward to flying over to Maui to welcome all of you as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Adrian. Right now, I'd like to bring up the man who is he's responsible so much of this facility here in Woodland Hills, first at Cal when the Rams returned to Los Angeles, winning the Super Bowl, building an incredible team with incredible leadership, and now this partnership with Hawaii. Right now, I'd like to bring up the president of your Los Angeles Rams, Kevin Demoff.
I appreciate everybody being here. It's easy for me to remember 6 years ago, standing in Waikiki talking about the partnership to bring a preseason game to Honolulu. And what was so exciting then was wondering what the response would be. And by the time I left Hawaii that evening, the game had sold out in essentially 12 hours. And to this date, I believe it was the most attended event at Aloha Stadium, meeting Bruno Mars, which was a good one to pass right at the end. And I remember I was just joking. Jim Hill on the field pregame, 95 degrees, wearing his suit. And so if there's one goal I have this time, it's to get Jim in an Aloha Hawaiian shirt and out of the suit as we do minicamp. But we had such a joy playing in Honolulu and at Aloha Stadium in 2019. And since then, we've always wondered, how can we get back? And without a stadium to play a preseason game, we've really worked with HTA and all of our friends in Hawaii to think about what would be a meaningful impact, to bring our team back. And we've kicked around this idea, and this is pretty symbolic. Our off-season always starts with Les Snead going to Lanai to clear his head for 2 weeks. And so all the good things that happen for the Rams start in February with Les's trip to Lanai. And now our off-season will end with our entire organization in Maui, practicing for its residents, for the state of Hawaii, and for all of our fans from Los Angeles who want to come travel. So I can't thank Governor Green, Representative Tim, Senator DeCoy, Mufi, Todd enough for helping make this idea come true. And for us as an organization that likes to push the envelope of first, the idea of taking our entire organization to Maui to celebrate the end of the offseason, our players, our coaches, their hard work, to bring them together, to give our fans a chance to really travel with the Rams, to come be part of this week, to celebrate with our team, to be around it. It's so different than the regular season when we travel, it's focused on playing a game and getting a win. This is really going to be a celebration of all things Rams, a partnership with the state of Hawaii, with Hawaii Tourism Authority, and really bringing joy to the community of Maui. Whether it's the events we're going to do on the field at War Memorial Stadium, the clinics we're going to put on for the community throughout the week, chipping in on the rescue efforts in Lahaina, or just having a great time in Maui. It is going to be a special 4 days for organization, and hopefully something that the rest of the NFL really looks at celebrating as we get to the end of the offseason. So we are thrilled to welcome you to Woodland Hills, the partnership that started kicked off at SoFi this fall. Unfortunately at that time we didn't know, how tied together we would be by devastating wildfires when we made this announcement. But I think that strengthened the bond between our islands and Los Angeles. It's made this an even more important event, and we can't wait to fly next month and really go end our off season just not with a bang, but with some aloha. So many thanks to the Fairmont Kealani to be the Rams house, or I should say the Rams Hale, for our time while we were there, to the Four Seasons, for Maui for being amazing partners. And this is probably the one press conference where the media might be happier than anybody else. I'm sure the chance maybe to have to come cover minicamp for the first time in Maui would be great. But we encourage our fans to join us on this trip. We encourage all of Hawaii to be part of the celebration, and we can't wait to see you all in a month on the island. So thank you.
President Demoff, my son, Sammy, who's 14, wanted me to make sure we gave you a state coin. And he said, send this over to the president because he gave him a Puka Nakua signed football through our dear friends, and he's over the moon. So we just are grateful. We're really grateful to your great franchise.
Well, this is a great gift, but we'll make sure Puka gives him another football in person when we're there next month.
We will never be able to quiet sit down if that happens. Thank you.